Most people don't wake up in the morning and say to themselves, you know what? I want to use my hands to heal people. So, what was the defining moment for you?
It was more so like a soul searching journey that I kind of went on. I was in liquor sales. My liver wasn't happy with me.
You was in liquor? Really?
Yeah.
What it wasn't happy with you?
Your day in your life is drinking all the time, and your morning meeting is taking shots and,
I saw you just can't sell the alcohol. You have to consume some.
Well, that was the meetings, and I feel like it's more so the environment that you're in, right?
Yeah,
so I'm
okay.
doing party promotions. I'm pushing the liquor, so I'm taking shots. I have to have high energy with everybody, So not necessarily the time I'm always drinking, but liquor is always around. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
And also I was younger at the time, so I'm gonna take advantage of my company card, wow,
okay.
and all the things that I can do with it to promote whatever brand that I was promoting at the time, But anyways, I kind of went my soul searching journey. That's when I moved to Texas. I didn't have a job.
Where did you move from?
Buffalo, New York.
Really?
Yeah, I literally fill up my car, whatever could fit in the car. That's what I brought with me, and yeah.
And so you came here to Texas, and when you got here, what happened? Did you hit the lottery? Did you just came here with a lot of money? You had the bags on you. What happened?
So
or did life happen?
I planned for this transition. So I will say that, right? So, being in liquor sales, and actually I got a job opportunity. Let me say that. I had a job opportunity to bring me to Dallas. And Dallas was something that was on my mind because I heard black people were successful here. The economy was good. And I love the weather. I'm coming from Buffalo, New York.
Right. Where it's always cold.
Yeah.
Most of the time, yeah.
It was mostly cold. It's 8 months out of the year. You're
wow.
cold, and the seasonal depression is real, right? So I'm trying to get to the sun. I'm trying to get to where there's opportunity. And said I want to be one of those successful black people. And I'm like, that's where I'm going. So I got the opportunity to come to Dallas with my liquor sale job, and they took the job offer away. Maybe a month before I was supposed to move. Well, I guess I'm not really ashamed of it. It happened,
just
right?
Life.
So I had a DWI on my record, so got dropped down to DUI. But when even though it's still the same company, I had to reapply. So it wasn't on my record when I first got the job. It was on my record at the time of reapplication. Right. So again, I got approved for the job. Again, did a more background check, and they pulled it because of that.
What did you learn from that lesson, Lima?
That was a unique scenario as well, because I was a designated driver at the time in that situation. I was drinking early in the day, but towards that evening, because I know I was driving, I wasn't drinking anymore. And my friend was the drunk one, but she was in the passenger side. It was her birthday. But the reason I got pulled over really wasn't because they thought I was drunk. I got pulled over because, unfortunately, I was driving down a certain street and I'm a certain color. Wow. You in the North, you don't think segregation is that big. It still really is. And the first thing the cop said to me when he came to my door, he was like, "Why are you driving down this street?"
Driving while black.
He said, "You could have went on a back road. You could have did this. You could have did that." I said, "Well, my friend lives on this exact street." Wow. I'm dropping her off, and I actually live, around the corner. But so that was kind of what happened. I did all the tests. I did all that. And he was like, there's telltale signs that you probably still would have been drinking. So I'm taking you to jail. So, that was that scenario. But, it could have been worse. I feel like I was blessed in that scenario where I didn't have to come up too much money to, get a lawyer and all the things. Blessed that my auntie is a judge and she friends and stuff like that. Right. But I also did put in perspective, maybe I wasn't drunk this time, but it probably was other times in my life where I was driving and I was. And it made me reevaluate that, though, So and Uber's bigger now. Back then, Uber wasn't a thing. Taxis were really hard to get. So it was a different time. So now it's just no real need for drinking and driving, right? It's definitely avoidable. But that was that scenario. But I decided not to let that hold me back from what I wanted. Like, I know God was calling me to move. I know didn't want me there, and I know I had to make a transition.
Coming to Dallas, at what point did you get exposed to like massage therapy?
Well, actually, it was before then. So in New York, to have a massage therapy program was 2 years. I just graduated my bachelor's degree, did my 4 years, and I'm like, I'm not trying to go do another 2 years to go massage school. And I'm not gonna lie, initially the intent for massage was very surface level, right? It was more so, I'm trying to be a good woman for my future husband. What are some things that I can provide to my husband, right? Wow, okay. And I feel like
think out way ahead.
Yeah, I didn't even have a man at the time. Okay. Okay. Yeah. But that's good though. Yeah, I was like, I want to be create a home of peace in a place where my man wanted to come home to, and I know life is hard for the black man. Let me provide peace in the sense of massage therapy to him. So I wanted to learn that trade. That literally was the core reason for me to learn. And it's so funny. I told a couple of people that I was thinking of doing massage therapy, and a lot of people like told me it wasn't a good idea. Wow. And they told me, oh, you're not going to make any money, blah, blah, blah. And it's so funny to think that I agreed with that. Knowing back then I was making $15 an hour. I know how much money a massage therapist makes an hour. And I let them tell me it wasn't going to be a successful situation.
And they probably
didn't really know much,
or didn't have much success in their life when it comes to opportunities, right?
And that's that kind of crab in a barrel mentality too, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of saying, oh, you want to do something different, let me support you. Right. I had a whole bunch of naysayers, so I kind of threw that in the back of my mind. Yeah. So when I'm coming to Dallas, it wasn't really at the forefront. I literally took a vacation from my joblessness, because sometimes you need to do that. I still wasn't working, but I went to visit my friend in Florida, and it was like full circle moment. Like, she had a certificate on the wall, and like, I've been talking to you. We've been cool for so long. I didn't know you was a massage therapist. She was like, yeah, I used to do it, but now I'm a real estate agent. Lima, you should do it. I feel like that's going to be a great thing for you to do. And again, my self-conversations I've been having with me and my other friends was, what's my purpose? Like, what is the skill sets that I have? Like, I'm really trying to figure this out. And she said that, and I'm like, yo, what do I got to lose? Literally, when I came back, I Googled massage therapy schools in Texas. The first school that pulled up is the school that I went to and scheduled a visit. I did the tour, and it was like, oh, school's at night. And literally like a week before that, I got a bartending job. I'm like, well, I just need to make a little ends, because I was spending a whole lot of money trying to get my apartment looking cute. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I was like, oh, I just got another job working nights. I probably can't do that. Again, full circle moment. Well, not full circle. God was aligning the steps. The next day, I come walking into my apartment complex. I get stopped. Go figure, it's the branch manager of my apartment complex. Stopped me. What do you do? I said, well, actually, I'm looking for a job. That's what I do, because I'm trying to go to massage school. And she's like, oh, you ever thought about being a leasing agent? She said, what's your degree? And I said, marketing. He said, you could use your marketing degree here at least as a leasing agent. I got a job for you. Gave me my business card. I didn't get the job, right? She never answered the email. I went on Indeed. You know how many people go on Indeed to try to find a job? I went on Indeed. I applied for a job. The next day, I got a call for a job. The next week, I got hired. The week after that, I signed up for massage school. Wow. When I say it was just lined up, I said, what God has for you is going to align. It's going to flow. You're not going to force. You're not going to know the answers how, why. But it was things that I put it forward in my face, and I just took the opportunity. That's what moving to Dallas was. Being open to opportunities and being available for it. That's how you get your blessings. And that's what I did. Whatever lined up, I took it. Oh, that's an idea. I didn't even think about being a leasing agent. Oh, massage therapy. Nobody told me no. Maybe God's telling me yes now. Everything's at the right timing. So it worked out. That's literally, it just worked out.
So you go, you complete massage therapy school. What happens now?
Literally, I had an aha moment in school. So again, I'm thinking I'm just going to learn how to rub, touch on somebody, and make them feel a little better. I realized, no, I'm learning kinesiology. I'm learning anatomy. I'm learning all these things. Honestly, I never took in school. I never took in college. And I realized I'm like a little mini doctor. I really know the body now, and I understand the body and how amazing it is, and understanding how touch can truly affect the body. My mind was blown. And I was like, I can really heal somebody with touch. Just sit with that. I can encourage natural body healing just by touching somebody. And then it was, people literally are making money off of you, off of me, off my skills, my talent, off the blood, sweat, tears, and hard work that I put in. I got to be my own business owner. I never wanted to be that. My dad was a business owner. I seen him struggle. I said, but I cannot have somebody make money off of me, knowing how much effort and energy I'm going to put into this.
So before you became like someone who's self-employed when it comes to massage therapy, like, did you work for any particular massage therapy companies?
I did.
Okay.
But honestly, out the gate, I started my own business. Because again,
you had it on the side while you was...
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I did work for Massage Envy. It was the first job I applied to. I got it. Right. And I did that for maybe a year and a half, 2 years. But me knowing I was going to have my own business, I said, you know what, I'm going to take from them.
So you learned like the foundation.
Working there. Yeah. I was at the front desk. I was in my manager's office asking questions.
So you was all over the place, yeah.
I'm asking questions. Where you get your sheets from? How much that costs? Where you get your cleaning supplies? Figuring it out. How they do their scheduling. Oh, okay, I don't like it like that. When I do mine, I'm going to do it like this. Right? I'm just learning the game from them. Right? Honing my skills, getting feedback from the clients, that I have on my table. And it took the moment to really get and hone my skills there. And while I was there, I started my own business. I started 3. I started another business. I teamed up with another young lady, and we took off.
Really? When you say you all took off, like, what does that look like in dollars?
We went from working in one little room, probably it was smaller than this, if that. Me and her worked in the same room at the same time. We just kind of worked in tandem. And in my hair salon's little extra room she had, we was paying, she didn't even charge us rent the first couple of months. She was paying like $200 a month, and we was making maybe $1,000 a month, but it was income. I'm like, okay, so we're going to use this $1,000 to reinvest into the business. And
so y'all are even reinvested in the business.
Listen, whatever.
Like y'all didn't make this extra money, like.
Nah, put it in the pocket. That's not how.
I think I need to go give me some jeans.
Nah, that's not. I'm still very financial savvy. Again, once you're poor, you never want to be poor again. So you always got in the back. You got that in your back of your mind. So how I'm going to use this money to make me more money. That's how my mind works. She wasn't as financial savvy as me, but that's fine. Right? You don't got to. I got it. Right. This is what we're going to do with the money. And then from there, we got a suite in Southside Lamar. A year later, we even expanded our suite and got an even bigger one. So we went from making maybe $1,000 a month, maybe $500, right? To now we making $4,000 to making $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month.
And so, are you all still like in business together?
So now this is my third business now. So it's just me. Well, I believe it is truly important to evaluate who you're doing business with, and that's something I didn't do.
Oh, so.
It was I'm new to Dallas.
You done jumped into bed with somebody.
I'm new to Dallas. I just graduated. I just graduated massage school. That's 7 months. I probably been in Dallas max a year. I couldn't have known her that long. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a year and a half tops is what I knew her. Okay. But for me, it was still very eye-opening experience because where I come from, again, I had a bunch of naysayers, people telling me I'm not good enough. It's not going to be enough money. You can't do it. I'm coming from that to another black female saying, yeah, we'll be better together. And that's the energy I'm on. I'm like, yo, if I'm good with you, I'm be great. We times in 2, we times in 4, we multiplying, right? And that's way better than addition. So let's do it, And for me, it was this kind of person that I am. And I was always really kind of deal with family, more so friends in Buffalo. So I deal with my friends like their family. And I think sometimes you can't do that, right? You think everybody has your best interest at heart, and that may not necessarily be the case. So anyway, so it's like, I got it, you got it. That was the mentality I had in this partnership. So we didn't have everything spelled out of how we were really going to run this business. We just kind of started it. Again, right, we went from $500 a month to making $20,000, $30,000 a month, and we didn't talk about how we really going to run this business and what the future really looks like for this business. Then we realized we don't even want the same things, right? We don't agree on how to achieve. If we did agree on the same thing, we don't agree on the path to get there. So it was like just always at odds, right? And it's two people. That means you don't have a mediator. It's yes or no. And we got stuck a lot, and became very stressful. It was a very hard time for me because this was my bread and butter. I'm here in a city where I have no friends and family. There's nobody I can lean on. If this fails, I fail, where do I go? And I had just made an executive decision, like, yeah, I'm making a lot of money, but there is no peace in this. And, right, what profits a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'm not happy. And I know I can find joy in massage therapy, so I cut ties, and I started again. I feel like God blessed me once, he'll do it again. He told me to do this, so I'm going to do this, you know.
So Lima, let's talk about some of the different elephants in the room, right?
Yes.
I know for me, you know, getting with, you know, some of the fellas and stuff like that, and you know, they're talking, yeah, man, you know, I'm gonna go to Houston this weekend, and it's a massage place, and you know they do the whole thing. So is that like what men see when they think about massage therapy, or you know, kind of, you know, what's your take on that? Because you know, I know that's not everybody in the category. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But,
For sure.
you know, there are professional LMTs, which is, you know, again, licensed massage therapists, right? But, you know, how do you address that? Because, well, first of all, have you ever had someone that, you know, say, hey, you know, like, what happens in that moment?
Oh, my gosh. I can't. It's been an influx, honestly, in this past year. I used to get maybe one or two phone calls. They try to mask it as something else. Honestly, it's the boldness for me. They just call and ask, do you do hand jobs? Do you do happy endings? It's really that.
So they got names for it.
Yes. They just call and asking for it. Like, can I just lay on your table naked? Like, I don't want, they just call and asking exactly for what it is. And for me, I'd be flabbergasted. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, you chose somebody who has a website. You searched on Google and you decided to think that she does this kind of behavior. Like, I don't think the person who does this has probably a website that has 5-star reviews all crazy.
So, but how do you, because again, if that behavior is, to me, is left unchecked or not addressed, then it just keeps going on. So like, do you address that type of behavior, or you just, like, you tell them, no, we don't do that here? Like,
I don't address it. I really just kind of leave it at no, because I feel like they know better. I feel like people will test boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And because they'll try to talk you into it and convince you too. Like, these conversations are crazy that you have with these people. But I feel like social media and this push and explosion of sensual massages has made it worse.
Like what we see on some, okay.
Yeah, where you see the guy rubbing on the girl, everybody's half naked and oiled up. Like, that's not truly what a therapeutic session looks like. And there's always been this sexual undertone to massage therapy, right? But that's why there's a difference between a masseuse and a massage therapist, right?
So, no, I didn't know that. So break that down.
So a masseuse is more of a sexual touch, right? It has that sexual connotation.
Are they still considered like an LMT, or
technically that term, they're not a licensed massage therapist?
Okay.
And that's why most massage therapists cringe when you call us masseuses, right? Because again, I do clinical work. I went to school for this. Right. I'm certified. I'm not a masseuse. I am a LMT, and we will correct you on that note 100%. You know. But people know right from wrong. I don't got to tell you, don't call no woman asking for no stuff like that.
So why do you, and this is just an opinion, I mean, I'm not saying that these are facts, but why do you think we spend thousands of dollars on, like, getting surgeries done, medication, but like, what do you charge per hour?
120.
Okay, but we bark at that price.
Yep.
Like, can we do it for 60?
Right, you ain't got a discount.
Yeah. Where does that mentality come from, you think, Lima?
It's the system. It's America. We run on this is a very pharmaceutical based country, right? So what you see is what you kind of desire and what you know. Okay. I see commercials talking about medication. I see commercials talking about surgery. But we don't ever see
commercials talking about the benefits of massage therapy, right?
Not truly.
So, yeah. When you say no, I've never seen none, period. So unless you're looking at a different channel I'm looking at.
True enough. I would say if you do see it, you see massage, but you see more so like luxury.
Yeah, that's on resorts. I mean, yeah, but that's not so do you think we just treat massage therapy as like it's not part of our lifestyle, but it's more of a luxury?
Yeah, and that's because of how it is shown. Okay. Right? That's what kind of what I was getting to. Like, it's shown in a way like it's luxury. You see white sandy beaches and things like that. So you correlate massage therapy with luxury, with vacation. Mm-hmm. You don't correlate it with self-care every day. Because 120 is definitely feasible. You know, you walk outside, you lose $100.
And that's for what? 60 minutes or
that's
what?
60 minutes.
So it's basically like $1.50 an hour, $1.25 an hour?
A minute, yeah.
I mean, yeah, a minute. Mm-hmm. Let me say, if that's the case, I'm out of his business too. Y'all pimping me now. Okay, yeah, let me correct that. Between $1.25 and $1.50 per minute, right? So, who's the bulk of your clientele? Is it more men? Is it more women? Or is this a combination of both?
It's a combination of both. And a lot of people ask me that question. And honestly, it will say females because we kind of become more regimented than men can be sometimes. Mm-hmm. But men will be consistent in the fact that, hey, you guys are true to whoever you guys go to, your barber, you're going to go to the same barber, right? Right. So you might have come to me all the time, but I know I'm your massage therapist. You're not going nowhere else. I didn't cheat on you. I just ain't get one. So that's the kind of difference between the male and the female. But I have... it's a pretty even in both. And honestly, the age range is pretty wide as well, from 20s all the way up to 60s, 70s.
But if you had to pinpoint a certain age range, who would be the majority in that age range? That
majority age range.
That would pay. That they know that this is a part of their life. Because 20-year-olds ain't doing that. No, you gotta be kidding me.
I have 20-year-olds.
That make it a part of their
lifestyle.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, you got to show me these folks because I have, okay.
But I would say the majority, though, is going to be somewhere between that 30 and 45. I think cause that's right when our body starts to change and we realize, hey, again, I'm not 20 anymore.
Right.
So let me do a little bit more first for my self-care. Let me make sure I want to start working out again. I want to start eating right. Mm-hmm. So massage therapy becomes a part of that holistic self-care kind of journey. Mm-hmm. And I love to see that, right? And sometimes massage therapy can be the catalyst for it, right? They start to get their massages and they're like, you know what? I'm start eating better too. And I'm start working out now too, right? Because they start doing massage therapy, because they start feeling good, they want to do other things that make them feel good as well.
Now, I will say this. I think like athletes, especially professional athletes, it is a part of their it's incorporated into their everyday life, right? Mm-hmm. But for some reason, like executives and professionals, even though we'll wait until we almost broke down, right?
Yeah. Can't even walk no more.
Right. So why are we doing that?
Well, for an athlete, just like you said, it's almost like a part of their job description, right? Okay. Taking care of my body is part of my job. Mm-hmm. When somebody is a working professional, they feel like that's not necessarily part of my job. My job is to be here, sit at this desk, and produce numbers, whatever that looks like, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. So it becomes less of a priority. This is not how I make my money. For an athlete, their body is how they make their money, right? But they have to realize if you are not in top form mentally, spiritually, physically, you cannot perform for your job anyways, right? You got too much going on. You can't think about what you got to do for work because your back hurt. You stressed out. You can't even focus on what you got in front of you. So you better off just taking a moment and doing some type of self-care for yourself, getting those massages, stretching, going to the sauna, working out, caring for your body because you only get one.
So do you think this is how professionals approach it? You know, rather than, you know, reaching out and saying, you know what, let me call Lima, the owner of Touch. Hell, I'm just going to take me 2 Advils and call it, you know, hey, I'm going to keep pushing. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what we typically do, right?
Right. Yeah. It's this fight or flight mode. And especially like with men, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to seem weak, right? Like, I can't just keep going. Like, you want to push through. I'm strong. I don't got to worry about pain. I don't want to complain, right?
Right.
But I feel like listening to your body is being strong, right? It is being a leader. It is taking charge, right? Because if you say, yes, I am human, this is what I need to do to sustain to make sure I can keep going, I feel like that's a smarter move and that's a stronger move, right?
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about people who may be interested in becoming a licensed massage therapist. And then let's talk about the people who are actually in the business. Mm-hmm. And they're watching, they say, Lima, I ain't made no 6 figures. What? Girl, ain't nobody making 6 figures as a licensed massage therapist. I mean, we would have to be working 24 hours a day almost.
Not at all. I feel like that was one of the big shifts I realized too, going on by myself. I worked less, made more money.
How? What's the strategy behind that?
It's consistency, really. It's definitely achievable, but it takes consistency. Consistency in how you represent yourself.
Okay, let's start right there. Then so for someone who's interested in this industry and then someone who's in it, how should they represent themselves? What does it look like?
As a professional, being an expert in whatever niche that you decide, right? Because as I was trying to explain to you, there's so many different realms to massage therapy. It's not just, I'm going to get a massage, right? Okay. Different massage therapists can focus on different things, right? I can have a niche and say, I only work on athletes. I only work on people who have post-surgery. I only work on the elderly.
Versus trying to
do everybody.
Right, which would be like, and I think the best example is, and this tells how to get to 6 figures, right? Now, we all have a family practice doctor, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, of course, I know they make 6 figures, right? Mm-hmm. But they tend to examine all parts of your body, right? They haven't like mastered one thing, right?
Yeah.
So if we come to a family practice doctor and knowing we got a heart condition, they're going to refer it out, right? Mm-hmm. And so the provider that they refer that out to is known as a specialist, right? Yes. And specialists tend to make anywhere from $300,000 up to $1 million a year because they only specialize in that one thing. Mm-hmm. And so I can see how an LMT, based on they niche it down, right? Mm-hmm. And not just
I do everything.
Yeah,
and that's why I say I do therapeutic massage. I'm very specific on what I do. I help pain, injury, rehab. Okay. That's what I do.
I can see that.
You know? So now you come to me, I say, I know that's what she does. Every time she makes a post, she talks about pain, injury, rehab. Right? So if you do something like that and now you're consistent in your availability, you're consistent in your delivery, and you're consistent in honing your skills, right? That means you don't stop training and learning. Now people are coming to you. Now people will pay you more for what you know. And I actually even created a mentorship program to kind of let people know the foundations of it all.
Now, is this for people that's already in the industry?
It's people who are already in the industry, or you're new to it, or you're just about to get into it. Okay. That's what it's for. So it goes over business, right? Because you said, like, Dad, you knew not to spend every dollar you had. Yes. You got to take money to make money, so you can't spend. Just because you have money in the bank don't mean you got it to spend. Speaking
of that, what's the difference between a massage therapist and a massage therapist business owner? Because everybody say, you know, I own my own business, but what does that really look like? Because you can have your own business, but that don't make you truly a business owner
for sure. Right. But I would say, honestly, one, you're going to somebody, say if you are just a massage therapist, You go to a location and they have a schedule for you. You don't have to do any marketing. You don't have to pitch your brand. You show up and you do the job and you go home.
So that's a massage therapist.
That's a massage therapist. You 1099, you just go ahead and go about your business, right? Or you could be W2.
Not a lot of critical thinking.
Not a lot of thinking. You show up, you do your massage, you go home.
Right.
When you are a massage business owner, I don't care how much money you make. You have to earn your own food. You have to find your own food. You know what I'm saying? So there is a level of respect that you got to have for somebody who says, I am a business owner.
Okay.
On any platform or spectrum, you know. I have to do the marketing. I have to make sure that the place is clean. I got to make sure that I'm representing my brand the way that I see fit. I got to make sure I'm planning for my future, for retirement. All that's on my shoulders as a business owner.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Lima. Now, this is another elephant in the room, okay?
Okay.
Do you think white people understand massage or, you know, having a massage better than black people? And if so, why? Or if not so, why?
I would say they do, right?
Are you saying white people have a better understanding?
They have a better understanding because this is something that they've been doing longer.
Okay.
Think about it. Just us as black people. I feel like it's been in the very last couple of years where we are traveling more, right? We actually are living life. We're not in just survival mode anymore, right? Your parents never took a vacation. Your parents, you know, never really tried to do anything.
Bring the mic up just a little bit. Yeah, right there. All
right. Your parents never really took a vacation. They never talked about self-care. They just went to work. They were just trying to sustain and maintain for the house, right?
Yeah.
They having 5, 6 kids, right? Yeah. Now this day and age, we're having less kids. We are traveling more. We're taking care of ourselves, and we're making more money. Now we understand the different luxuries. Now we understand the stock market. We are expanding and growing as a people.
So you saying we're actually. I know we're playing catch up when it comes to these type of amenities for us. This is funny. I thought about it. I'm like, you know, back in my parents' day, because you talk about having, you know, 4 to 6 kids, right? Mm-hmm. And I can only imagine, you know, the husband, what he thinks is giving his, you know, wife a massage. He really getting her, trying to get her excited. But yeah, so I get that. I get that. Yeah. If there's like one thing that you could have, and let's just for the black community, right? Mm-hmm. If there's that one thing that you want the black community to understand when it comes to someone being a licensed massage therapist, that they have this in their head, what is that you want to change or have them to reevaluate?
I feel like we're on the right track for it. Mm-hmm. I want them to understand the importance of self-care. I know we talk about it on social media a lot, but I feel like it's just this thing that we say. Mm-hmm. I want us to truly live it and really embrace understanding that we only get one body. Mm-hmm. Right? And why are we searching and working so hard for the dollar and not taking care of ourselves? I want us to make ourselves our priority. And I feel like we're getting there. We just got to get there a little bit quicker because a lot of things out here are harmful for us. So we got to do a lot of things and advocate for ourselves, advocate for our own health. And that's self-care. That's massage therapy. That's working out. That's eating right. That's stretching. All those things. Massage therapy is just a part of that circle.
When would you, let's just say someone wants to make an appointment with you, right? Mm-hmm. And they may not drink a lot of water, right? Their water may be alcohol. Mm-hmm. Like, would you work on that particular client, or you would just educate them first? Because I know it's like when we get done with the massage appointment, you all make us drink water.
Yeah. So,
like, break that down.
The water helps flush the toxins that we just moved around. Okay. Right? So when you're stagnant, your fluid is stagnant. So if your body's stagnant, the fluid inside of you is stagnant.
Okay.
Your muscles are stagnant.
Okay.
Your heart is stagnant. So if I start working on your muscles, right, and massaging you, it's almost like I'm giving you a workout. I'm making you move passively. So I'm moving these toxins around. I'm moving food around. And the best thing to do with that now is to release it. And if I drink water, now I'm activating your kidneys so you can release.
So
I will still work on somebody who is dehydrated, but I will educate them that, okay, your massage will be better if your muscles are hydrated, and just drink water afterwards. I'm actually going to hand you the bottle. Sometimes I say, drink it right now. Drink it in front of me.
Yeah.
Just so I know they're getting something in them, right? And I give them tips and tricks on like how to get some water in you. Put some lemons in it, some fruit in it, right? Like drink coconut water, right? It's even more hydrated than regular water.
What about alkaline water?
Yeah, or alkaline water, but
so because we got all these different waters.
things,
Okay, so we got alkaline water, we got purified water, we have distilled water, we got coconut water. Which is the best water?
I would say alkaline, right? Because it's gonna be more in line with the pH of your body.
Okay.
I would say stay away from distilled water
Really?
and purify. We want to go more so to spring water. They remove and strip a lot of things out of the water when they say distilled and purified.
Okay.
And we want those things in the water. So, but I would say coconut water, eating fruit, they're naturally high in water content. Cucumbers, naturally high in water content. So water don't actually have to be water. It's almost like
That's why
a lie.
So
you know
that
what I'm
makes
saying?
sense why they put in cucumbers and all that type of fruits, and well, like when I say fruits, like the pineapples and all that, and watermelon, and of course the cucumber will fall under vegetable. But I can't see how it could be a high source of water.
Yeah, again, and it makes the water taste a little better.
Right.
Lemons is a natural diuretic, so actually will make you go to the restroom and pull fluid off of you. So I always recommend lemons, if you like lemons, to put in your water as well.
Okay. Now what is your ultimate goal? Like, what's next for you?
Right now, I'm really into education, so I'm pushing my mentorship program. I mean, kind of being what I wish I had, right? I did a lot of W's, had a lot of L's in my business, and I really want to just kind of make this transition into the massage therapy industry smooth for the newcomers and those who are interested in this realm. I did teach at Collin College for a while too, and I just kind of got a little taste of really being in education and loved it. So I'm just kind of doing a little bit more for my own self. But that's it.
When you gonna write a book?
TBD, right? To be determined. It's coming.
Okay.
I feel like I got a lot to share, so it's coming.